Hello, friends. Happy Monday. Welcome to a new week. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. Let me check that really quick. Okay, once you hop on the live or you hop on the replay at a later date, please feel free to say hi in the comments and tell me where you are watching from. I'm live in 2 locations this evening, so if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person may be viewing and watching from a different platform. And if at any time during this video you like what you see and you want to help out my little channel, or you think others should be watching this with you, please feel free to share the video and hit that thumbs up button. If you are on Facebook, if you are on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind subscribing and or sharing the video out, that would be, or hitting the thumbs up button, that would be great as well. Not only does that help my channel, but any kind of activity like that on any platform just tells the algorithm that you like this kind of content. Therefore, it will start showing more content to you. And if you do share this out, or if you would tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you, I would greatly appreciate it. With that, I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera. And I think I pulled out some, I've got a couple of different projects we may work on tonight. And my apologies, and please forgive me for not going live last week. Not really any excuses. Jason says hello from the other side of the door. Just, it's been crazy. I was tired. Of course, this week isn't much better, but I am here because I have missed you. But before we get started on the project, let me go ahead and show you the Club Couture kit for the month. So this one is called the Heart of Paris. It is the exclusive B-size transfer for this month's Club Couture kit. So it has all sorts of French, Provençal, Paris images on it. Very kind of mixed media once you kind of mix them together. It also comes with 6 round chalk suede tags. I still have not quite figured out how these go together. I think you're just supposed to put portions of the images on. We'll figure it out. It also looks great just on a size B surface. And then it also comes with 3 paste singles this month. You have Nominee, you have Eucalyptus, and you have Espresso. So I'm not going to do this tonight. I'm going to figure out what I want to do with it. So kind of be watching toward the later end of the week or even next week, and I will show you. We will work on it together. I will figure out how to incorporate those. But we'll be back with that. I do want to switch. I'm going to try this one. So I think we're going to work on one of the Friends transfers. I started this reverse canvas a couple of weeks ago and just never got around to it. So I think we're going to play with this one because I really like this transfer. There is another in the Friends line. Let's see if I can put my finger on it. So here is the other one. I speak fluent Friends quotes, and then it has the Friends logo. Not seeing me on Facebook. Well, I'm on Facebook. My phone is, I don't know. Well, I'm glad you're here, Miss Bonita. So here is the other Friends transfer. I have most of the collaborations linked in the description of the video. I did real quick want to show you, I did get 2 of the Toy Story ones. I did not get the full launch just because I just wasn't feeling it. There's been so many launches, my wallet wasn't feeling it either. So I just got the few that spoke joy to me, which was this one. This one is called Andy's Toys. So it is part of the Toy Story launch that launched a couple of weeks ago. And then I went ahead and got Jessie. She is a size F 9x9 transfer. I just love her cow print pants, and so I thought she would make a really cute little miniature porch leaner, like maybe a 3-foot one, where I could put cow print on the top and the bottom and kind of put her in the middle. So that's kind of why I got her. And then if you look that way, right, oh, I can't go up, right there, look in that graphic, look what's coming tomorrow. So excited. Although I'm not a big Lilo fan. I haven't actually, honestly, have never watched either. I've not watched the animated version nor the live action, but so many people like that little blue character that I'm super excited to see what people do with it. So I have this project out. This one is in the, I believe it's in the Perks and Designers sale tab. So I picked this one up because I thought it would fit perfectly inside of this faux palette sign that I made out of paint sticks. So if I get some time, I may do that one. So pick this one up. I think I got it for like super cheap, maybe a couple dollars. So if you are a Perks member or a designer, make sure you're checking in that sale tab for Perks and Designers, because you can get some really inexpensive transfers. So we'll put that one away for now. Anita says she's back. Just got out and came back in. Well, good. Okay, doke. So this is one of those black, I believe this is a black canvas from Hobby Lobby. It might also have been one from Michael's, but I'm actually going to do the back side of it So I ripped my canvas apart. You can see where my staples are. I exposed the frame. I painted it black. I trimmed the canvas down so that it would fit on the back side. And then I have taped off where my design is going to go. So I think we're going to work on that. So again, this is part of the Friends and Seinfeld launch from a month or two ago. So this one is called Rather Be Watching. If you are a Friends fan, give me a thumbs up in the comments. I didn't get into that much. I've seen a few episodes, but I was not one of those diehards. There's been a few episodes that I thought were cute, but I didn't get into it then. Okay, so we're just going to pop this on. I'm not going to fuzz it because it's kind of a fabric surface. But we are going to pull the backer sheet off. So these are sticky backed, reusable about a dozen times, depending on how well you take care of them. Thought I saw a hair. It didn't. So that's why I wrote the name of the transfer on the back of my carrier sheet. That way, when I am finished cleaning it, I know that that is the back side and that it goes on the front side. So I had to look up what color the couch is. And it's kind of an orangish rusty color. And it also has, so it has some woodwork detail and then it has some fringe on the bottom. So there were a couple different, this is from the actual introduction. So I'm kind of going to do my own little version of it. I pulled out black for the text. I'm also going to need to get the colors of the little dots. I pulled out marmalade, and I think I might put a little bit of bark or espresso, either one, into the orange just to kind of make it look a little more rusty. And then I'll use the same bark on the woodwork pieces. And then I'm going to use camel on this fringe part. And technically, I think I may not, let's see, I may just use chalk markers for the dots. We'll have to see. So I pull those out. That way I don't have to pull out different tubs of paste. We're gonna lazy craft a little bit tonight. How was everyone's Mother's Day? How was everyone's week and weekend? I've dropped this a few times, so there's a bunch in the lid. Just go ahead and use that. That's probably way too much. Let's scoop all that up while I'm here. Okay, and then we'll get, I don't know how this will work, but I thought I would darken it. Not that. I'm gonna have to add that. I'm gonna have to add bark to the list. course, I could just use camel with some black in it, maybe for a darker brown. Espresso's not doing it, not doing so hot either, luckily. Make some brown with some, is it purple and yellow that I've made, or green and something? I think it was yellow and purple. I learned that at when I was hosting a kind of a t-shirt. I had about 3 people over for a t-shirt class, and my brown ink was pretty tacky, so they had me mix purple and I think yellow together, and it made the perfect shade of brown. So Maria says she got to spend it with her mom. Her mom came up on Friday and stayed until this morning. That was a nice treat after the couple of crazy weeks you've had. Okay. I probably should have gone to see my mom, but I had gone the weekend before. Okay, so we're just going to use, it's probably totally the wrong color, but this will work. It might be a little darker than I wanted, but we're going to go with it anyway. Okay, I think. Oops. We did go. My great nephew was playing ball at Bill Burke on Saturday, and that is like the first time in the almost 26 years that we've lived here that we've been to, oops, I didn't mix enough, that we've been to Bill Burke. Those are nice little fields. Ugh. Something is happening. And I should have mixed up more. Let's see if we can make this work. No. Let's see if we can. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah, what? It's not wanting to stick. Okay, well, I'm going to peel part of this up because I'm worried that it's going to dry. So, a wee bit streaky. Just going to have to. I bet that was great relief after a couple of weeks you've had. Let's put this gouache in there. Don't be afraid to mix colors. Of course, the one time I want kind of a brown color is when I'll get some weird random pink color. This is going to be a little bit darker. Put just a little bit more in there. Well, that's going to have to work. I don't need a whole lot, just enough to, I don't understand why it's not sticking. Actually, that's not a bad color match. I cover up some of this brown that dropped down earlier. Let's see. And all of that distressing up there is built into the transfer. Okay. Okay, I'm just peeling up that part so that that does not, I think it's all the moisture that I'm adding into the canvas. It's kind of making it go a little wonky. I think my espresso is a bit tacky. So I'm gonna have to add that to the list. I'm gonna do a little bit more color mixing. Let's, oh boy. Let's get a wipe first because I'm making a mess. Okay, let's get another color tray. I'm going to lay some camel down. I'm going to get a little bit more just so I don't run out. And then we're going to put a little bit of black in there. I know it probably sounds a little weird because I don't have brown. I'm not going to put a whole lot. Might have been too much. But you know what I can also do? And add a little bit of this orange in. Just see what kind of color we get for funsies. Kind of a grayish brown. That works, kind of. Well, sort of, kind of. Get all that mixed in. Wasn't quite the color I was hoping for, but it will certainly work. It will certainly work. Okay. Just trying to get that to stick down. I think it's all of the moisture in the air. I'm adding moisture to the canvas. It's probably a little humid down in the basement. So it's kind of warping my canvas a little bit. It's actually not a bad color. Oops, that was supposed to be brown. Guess what? It's going to be, or it was supposed to be orange, but it's going to be brown. At least I made it even on both sides, I think. It's gonna... little bit of a bleed. Let's fix this too. Got some brown where my orange goes. Kind of fixed it. Okay, so now let's do, I've got all sorts of mixed up colors. So now let's do the camel down here on the little fringe. If you are a Friends fan, who's your favorite character? I wasn't much of a Friends fan, but I'd have to say Rachel, just because I really liked her hair. Also liked Chandler. Oh, she be warped. I don't even know how to make heads or tails of that. Okay, so now let's get the words done. Hi, Aisha. Bonita says Chandler or Joey. Aisha says Monica. It's probably one of those that I should... She also says, and yes, she loved Chandler. It's probably one of those Jason and I should probably go back and start watching some of those. We're huge Big Bang Theory fans. That was, if we don't have anything else to watch, we will watch Big Bang Theory episodes. And we've watched it forwards and backwards and backwards and forwards from season 1 to the last season. Okay. I'm going to try really hard just to do the letters, and then I'll come back in with chalk markers and do the colored dots, just because I don't want to get out extra chalk. I may not be able to frame this tonight because it is super warped, which I guess I could go on and do my other project. Let's pull this off. I didn't get that eye very well. There we go. I don't know. I guess it's super cute. My version of the Central Perks couch. Okay, I'm going to go throw this in my sink and spray some water on it so that it's easier to clean later. Well, Aisha, if you're a big Friends fan, you may just have to send this down with Dane. You can hang it up in your apartment. Let's see. I got to figure out how to fix my boo-boo. Okay, let's get this dry. See if we can unwarp it. Yeah, Aisha says it's a really good show. We may have to put that on our list of things to start watching. Okay, so it's red, blue, yellow, red, yellow, blue. Yeah, I'm gonna have to iron this thing. She's pretty wrinkly. It doesn't even. Let's try something. Get my heat embossing tool. See if we add some heat to it. If it will unwarp. I kind of got this side to flatten out a little bit. That didn't work. So I may just have to iron it. Maybe if or once I put it on the frame, and I can do that water trick. Okay, so let's see. Did I say? So it's red, blue, yellow. So these are the chalk markers that used to be in my shop. I'm not for sure if they're still there or not. We got to get them activated. Go. That one's ready to go. It's kind of like watching paint dry. Kind of have to pump them up and down to get that paint flowing through the tip. I think it's coming down. Maybe. I don't see that one. I have to go get a different marker. Oh, phooey. Oh. No, Molly. Never fear, I have more markers, but I like those because they have a rounded tip, but I'll just use these. These are the Sharpie Creative markers, which they're probably a better quality anyway. Not quite the same blue color. Let's see if I have a, is it blue or kind of a turquoise blue? The other blue is a bit too green. Okay, so it is red, blue, yellow, red, yellow, blue. looks just like the Friends logo. So we'll see if we can get that dry. Goes away. Oops. That's gracious. Dropping everything. Okay. I'm going to see if I can. Dane says that's dope. Well, thanks, Dane. When did you hop on? Okay, so I have my frame, and then we'll get our staple gun out. I'm going to put this down to protect my glass mat. So I think we can. I'm going to remove 2 sides of the tape. And then once we get it positioned on there, I can remove the rest, hopefully. I'm going to have to, I don't know. Okay. I'm just going to hold on to it on this side. Is that how I... Not very even. Okay, I'm going to tape over here. I'm just doing this right now before I staple it so that I can remove that piece. And oops, taped it on the wrong side. And this piece. Yeah. Okay, so now I have my staple gun. This is going to be fun. So I kind of rub up my finger. You can kind of see where it made that line. That's the edge of my frame. If you have earbuds in, I'm sorry, it's going to be loud. So you might want to plug your ears. And I only do 1 staple up there for now. And then I try to pull it tight. And I rub my finger there so I can kind of see where the edge of the frame is. And then I turn it around and I'm going to pull it tight at the middle. This is not gonna, I'm gonna have to probably spray it with water to get it to unwrinkle after we're done. But so it's gonna look a little wacko at the beginning. So now I'm at the corner. And we're just gonna keep tugging to try to get it as tight as we can. And as flat as we can. And then I'm just going to keep pulling. Actually, I may have to take some of these out. I probably should have waited. I'm going to get it out. I tried to de-wrinkle it. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm going to get it on there as good as I can. And then I don't think I'm going to put all the staples in it. Like I would normally go from staple to staple. But I'm going to try to pull it as tight as I can. We're going to do one per side. And this is going to, we're going to have to come back and finish this. I don't know why, and my staples aren't going in all the way. So I'll have to pound those in. Okay, so this is, so you can see it's all bubbly and ripply, and you can see it on the back. That is not what it's supposed to look like. So pretend, and we've talked about this before, if you do a reverse canvas like this, and it ends up bubbled like this, or it's been stored away and something's been poking at it like that, and you get all these bumps, the thing to do is to spray this back side with some water and then just let it dry. Probably put way too much water on, but so that water is going to magically, I don't know how it does it or why. Hopefully it doesn't go to the, but so you can kind of see how bubbly it is now. The next time I go live, remind me to pull this back out and we'll see how it's dried. So once it's dried and hopefully it's a little flatter, then I can maybe kind of readjust some of the staples. But that's hopefully going to get all of those wrinkles out. I think it's because it's so humid down here because we've had all that rain. Plus I added moisture to the canvas when I pasted on it. But I've never had one get that wrinkly before. Okay, so let's, since I haven't actually finished the project, let's finish one. So I think we'll pull, I'm going to move this out of the way. So remind me next time I'm live to pull this back out and we'll see what it looks like. I'm just going to let it dry. I've done that water technique many times when I've pulled seasonal vendor stuff back out and I've stored it wrong and it's got a big bubble in the middle of it. You just spray it down and it magically kind of tightens back up. Okay, so now let's move on to this project. Try to get some of my mess out of the way. Okay, so we're going to do homebody on this paint stick palette board that we created. Again, this is in the sale tab for Perks and Designers. If you are not a Perks member, let's come over here and let's, oh, my phone is pooping out on me. So Perks membership is kind of your Crafty Costco membership. So you pay in $20 a month. You get an automatic, oh yeah, Bonita says to add my paste that I need to my reorder list. So I have my little keep. I don't know what I would do without you, Bonita. I have a keep note on my, because I always forget what paste colors I need to reorder because they get dried up. So I have to reorder Bumblebee, Vanilla, Bark, and Espresso. Probably not all at the same time, but okay, so back to Perks. Thanks, Bonita. So it is a $20 a month kind of buy into the membership, but you automatically get a $20 product credit back to use on my chalk site. So Crafty Girl Math, that's pretty much free in my book. And then you get to shop at 30% off retail pricing. And then there's always usually monthly exclusive promos and discounts. There is also a sale tab that you can purchase from. And that's where I got this transfer. It was a couple of dollars. And normally these are about $16 for a size B transfer. So I'm just going to write the back. This one is homebody. And this one up here is vacation. So I'm writing this on the back because, again, these are reusable about a dozen times, depending on how well you take care of them, how well you use them. So I need to know that this is the back side. This is the front side when it's clean and ready to be put away. I'm also going to score these apart where this suggested trim line is. And then it is sticky back, so it's like a big adhesive stencil. I'm going to put it on my terry cloth towel. We're going to fuzz it. Just because I don't want all of that adhesive on the back side, I'm just going to knock back just a little bit of it with the lint that is on my towel. When you clean it, that lint magically kind of disappears. I'm also going to do a little bit of sanding off camera because this is a little rough. I just want to smooth it out a little bit. There's my tacky cloth. Get all that dust. Okay. I need a new tacky cloth. This one looks kind of yicky. Okay. It's a little smoother in some parts. I know I'm not going with the grain, but it's kind of hard to get with the grain. I love to make signs with paint sticks. They make super cheap, super inexpensive surfaces. So now I'm going to do a little bit of waxing. I'm going to have to hop off soon. I got to go to bed. I have to get up at 4:45 in the morning. Or 5-ish. I'm not a morning person, people. So I'm just waxing it so that I can protect my painted surface and my transfer. I'm going to flip my applicator over, just kind of buff that wax out where it's smooth and shiny. You can kind of see where I laid it down, nice and shiny. Okay. You can also use, there's some wax in my on my chalk site. But I prefer the new wax, but the chalk Couture wax works just as well. Okay. So we're just going to mostly center this. I just eyeball it. I think we're just going to do a simple black. Navy would be really pretty too. Oh, and if you join Perks, today is the last day through midnight tonight. If you do join Perks, you get the spiral notebook the 9-inch simple circle and a tea towel free for joining perks. $4.45, that's way too early. Birds aren't even chirping. I know. I have to be somewhere. We'll have to pick Panera up at 7:15 and then be at the new apartment complex where our board of directors is taking a tour. Don't ask me why, because there's a grand opening on Thursday that they could have taken tours at as well, but I guess we have to have our own. So, and then we have a big site visit on Wednesday, so busy week. So this is my therapy this evening. Okay, so it always pays to join the perks program. So I got some paste with my mini squeegee. I'm just going to do the same thing that I did on that Friends transfer. We're just going to paste wherever there is a silk screen. It's kind of like buttering bread or spreading peanut butter on toast. Jason says I'm going to need to go to bed tomorrow at about 3. Yeah, I wished I could get off early, but since we have that big site visit on Wednesday, I highly doubt that I will get to go home early. But I'm also taking Friday off. So, because my niece is graduating from college, so we'll be heading there. Or our niece, I should say. She's not just my niece. Okay. Let's pull this up. But yeah, I will probably be asleep on my desk tomorrow afternoon. I will be one tired pup. Homebody. A person who enjoys the warmth and simple pleasures of being at home. I'm a homebody. I don't want to go out. Just come over and I'll make you dinner. Or we'll get takeout. So this will be really cute with a messy bow or some beads and some twine. And we will do that on another day, but I just wanted to get this part done. So maybe we will revisit both of these projects on Wednesday so that I can get to bed. Okie doke. Just keep in mind the launch tomorrow at 9 a.m. So we have 4 stitch transfers releasing tomorrow and 2 heat transfers. So those are sublimation transfers. Bonita says she loves that transfer. I think it's really cute. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Homebody. I am a homebody. So it'd be really cute with the what is it? The homebody club t-shirt that we made a couple weeks ago. Hello, Miss Ashley. We were just talking about the release that happens tomorrow. So there are 4 transfers and 2 heat transfers. I will tell you there's a collector's bundle. So if you see the size F transfer that is in the top right, that is only available in the collector's edition bundle. But the other 3 transfers, if you just want the 3, those can be purchased singly, same as the heat transfers. Those do come 2 in a pack. But if you want the size F that's up there in the top, then you'll have to purchase the collector's edition. And that launches tomorrow at 9. I think this one might be pretty popular. And you'll notice there's also a new character on the notebook. I don't know much about Lilo and Stitch, but her name is Angel from what I gather. So if you have Stitch fans that you know of, make sure they know about this launch tomorrow. Aisha says, thanks for the live stream. You're welcome. Again, sorry I was not live last week. It's been a little hectic in my world personally. I can't even remember what my excuse was last week, but I was pretty tired. I can't even remember. But so I needed some therapy, so we're here today. But I'm going to hop off. I'm going to go to bed since I have to be up so early in the morning. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Make sure you check out the launch tomorrow. I'll see you again on Wednesday, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.